Gilmore Girls and improv scenes. Did it ever happen? If so, when? And was this a moment? Really random and unrelated to the video, but I was rewatching Lane's wedding and the arguing between Mrs. Kim and the mother. Is that a real Korean script or was it improv? Definitely not improv. Let's get into why, and I'll also share with you some other moments that were. I know Gilmore Girls was not known for improv. In fact, it was known for quite the opposite. Everything needed to be word perfect, but there were a couple occasions where something wasn't. Now, the reason that scene absolutely was not improv was Emily Kuroda does not speak Korean. She is not Korean. She and Keiko are both Japanese American, and Duolingo didn't exist back then. And I am just grateful, Duo, that you are still alive. Now let's talk about the moments that were improv. I first learned of this one on TikTok. So remember the actor that played Brad on Gilmore Girls? His name is Adam Wiley, and he actually is on TikTok. He shares a lot of fun facts. And one thing that he mentioned was when he shot the scene where they are graduating children, he has to give a speech. And during the speech, he is quoting lines from a song. I can't remember what the name of the song is, but at the very end of the song, he remembers like singing the song a lot, and whenever he would personally sing it, he'd always go bong bong. The bong bong was not in the script, and he added it. And when he did, no one said a thing. They loved it and they kept it in the script. Do you remember the scene where Suki finds out that she is pregnant? Yeah, the one with Norman Mailer. The scene, Norman Mailer and a young journalist is interviewing him. He is playing himself. Amy, for the first time ever on the set of Gilmore Girls, allowed him to say whatever the hell he wanted to say because he was Norman Mailer. Norman Mailer was a very controversial figure. But how the hell did we get him on Gilmore Girls? I'm here to tell you that story. So one of our writers on the show, her name is Jessica Quayler. So Jessica, I think, went to college with Stephen Mailer, who is Norman Mailer's son, who just so happens to be the journalist that was interviewing Norman in that scene. I think Jessica kind of mentioned like, hey, do you want Norman Mailer on the show? And because I'm friends with his son. And so they said yes, and the only condition was that he wanted to say whatever he wanted to say, and they were like totally cool with that. One of the reasons we had George Bell on set, George was our dialogue coach, was to make sure that the actors always said every single line word perfect. They just never improvised. So that day on set was pretty insane and very memorable.